My name is Musa Okwonga. I'm a poet, football writer, PR consultant, and writer on social issues. I suppose the core message in this talk I'd like them to take would be to think carefully about to what extent we're reaching a tipping point in the cost of football for the average match goer, and also I think to think carefully about the value that we place on people who don't do jobs that generate income for other people, and to look at the relative status of maybe like nurses as opposed to bankers in our society, because I think we're getting the equation wrong at the moment. I would say actually one of the most powerful pieces of work I read recently was actually the report that I mentioned in my talk by the Cripplegate Foundation, Poverty in Islington, because it made it clear to me just how expensive the cost of living was going to be in London in the next sort of 10, 15 years, and that was very concerning to me. The most frustrating thing in my field, I think, is that there seems to be a disconnect between, we're talking about football here, the clubs and the supporters. I don't think necessarily a lot of clubs understand just what great value the supporters bring to the clubs, and maybe if they brought that a bit closer, then if they aligned their interests a bit better, then we see a much better scenario for football as a whole. I would say a moratorium on all populist statements about taxation, so mansion tax and the rest of it, and I would start investing money in collecting tax that was already due, not to raise taxes, but to already collect what was due. I would take Haruki Murakami's The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, because the book is absolutely majestic, one of the best pieces of sustained storytelling I've ever read. Every 600 pages are brilliant, so I would take that. It's an amazing book. The book I would take that I haven't read would be War and Peace, because it's long, I haven't read it yet, and it's brilliant, but I still haven't got into it, so I'd take War and Peace. If I can take an iPhone, I would take an iPhone, because I love my iPhone and it's my baby and I love Twitter, and if I could tweet from jail, I would like that very much. If I could share a cell with any economist, actually I think it would be Karl Marx, because I think his economic analysis, not necessarily his solutions, but his economic analysis of production of capital was extraordinary. So I'd like to talk to him, I think. If I could send anybody to take my place in jail, it would be Andy Dufresne from The Shawshank Redemption, because he'd sort himself out.
Love it.